Come to the Home Depot this month and you'll learn a thing or two. Actually, 3, with 3 free do-it-yourself workshops. Learn how to grow an edible raised garden bed, how to build a catch-all nightstand organizer, even how to install wall tile. See, it's never too late to learn something new. Register today at homedepot.com/workshops for a free do-it-yourself workshop near you. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
At Farmers Insurance, we know a roof can withstand a lot. One exception being an airborne car. Seen it, covered it. Click for more.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Oh, here we go. We're ready to go. Hello, this is the Keys bartender, Jim Horan. Today I'm with Connor Barrett.
Good afternoon, folks.
We're coming to you from the beautiful Florida Keys, and once again, it's a beautiful day here.
There's a reason they call it paradise.
Really? Okay. Well, you know, people do have that. That is going to be a really good discussion. I think we should discuss that after the break. The paradise thing, and we can discuss it right now. But we were going to talk about garnishes and how they're whether they're integral or non-integral to a cocktail, where their place is, and how we view them. But this is technically the first show. We're hopefully of many, and we're called Keys Bartender, and we're trying to emphasize the Keys life. It's a beautiful day right here. The sun is shining. It is a typical day. I'd say like 83 degrees.
It's in the low 80s.
Yep, low 80s. Not too humid, which is while we're down here.
Yeah, we're sitting on the porch and enjoying a bourbon and some wine.
Yep. No, one of us is having wine. He doesn't have bourbon because you sound like a real low life if you're drinking bourbon and wine.
Well, I don't mix them often.
I know. Yeah. That would be some kind of crazy cocktail.
Like bourbon and grape knee high.
Yeah. So in the future, we're going to be talking about things that are pertinent to the bar, but also to the Keys in particular. So if you're a bar person, a drinking person, or something like that, you'll find something of interest. And if you're an aficionado or someone that likes the Keys, you'd find some interest in that.
Keys bar lifestyle.
Yeah, you know what? Because I think that's the image of the Keys, that we're always having a cocktail party somewhere.
What's that motto that we have down here?
We're a drinking town with a fishing problem, and we don't fish. That's a funny thing about that. So, as I said before, Connor, we're going to feature the garnish. It's not considered that often, and a lot of times it's ignored. But it's really important to some cocktails. Other things, it's not. But to give you a little background note on this, several years back, I remember this study came out, even though I'm citing this from a piece of paper. It's called the Journal of Environmental Health did a study, and they sent out researchers to all these bars, and they collected lemon wedges from the bars, and they were pre-cut in their caddy garnish, the garnish caddies. That's the thing that holds the garnishes. And what it found was 70% of the wedges that were collected sprouted some sort of bacterium in place of a petri dish. I mean, that's...
Would it be safer to drink out of the petri dish then?
Yeah, Jesus. Like the petri dish, like when you're drinking a tequila shot, and like the. But
what a name for a shot!
No, but just envisage what happens. You got all the servers going in, the bartender, the people, and if you don't wash it out correctly, what they suggest is I remember reading more in depth in the article. What in depth in the article was the rind gets contaminated on the outside from people handling pre. So there's water and stuff. So you got to wash that stuff. You should really rinse off your
fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, before you do it, because of the way produce is processed in the United States. But after hearing that, I recall that
I wash my fruit a couple times a day.
Your twigs and berries, I understand that. It's kind of gross. You're grossing me out. I remember hearing the news, and I saw in my head, when I was a kid, we went to Tijuana, and there was this grody rest stop, and there was a water fountain, and I didn't know about Montezuma's Revenge, which they have poor water quality. They didn't have regulations for water treatment in Mexico. That's part of the thing. It's not that they're particularly dirty people. People shouldn't interpret it that way. It's that they had a long history of not regulating water purification and water treatment in Mexico. That's the reason. Mexican people are very clean, and we know them. We're very close friends with them and stuff like that. But I just remember that Tijuana rest stop, and if you did drink that water, you could be in some serious intestinal distress for several days. It ruined many people's vacations.
What you're referring to reminds me of the origins of epidemiology from the water fountain, and it's actually a memorial in the city of London, where the cholera outbreak was sprung up, and the doctor actually, instead of just assuming it was nauseous gases from the swamp,
right,
or from the river, and going around bleeding people, he actually applied science.
Connor, if I had the special effects right now, I'd be playing the crickets. There'd be the crickets playing right now. That was fucking awesome. I'm sorry. But not to worry, the same study I cited, that lime juice and alcohol are also antibacterial and microbial agents. That was very interesting, that thing you were talking about, that water fountain in London and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
Connor, it looks like we're going to be safe today with the garnishes can protect you too, and the alcohol. That's what I'm saying. Not necessarily wine. You got to get higher test alcohol because, proof. And we'll go through history how alcohol was used as an anesthetic. One day.
And the 3 methods of proofing alcohol?
Yeah. And then when you proof alcohol, there's by weight and by volume.
Well,
you got to watch that because there's 2 different ways. Because that's where people get screwed up about Canadian beer. And we'll talk about that on another show.
Well, we should have some between now and then.
Yeah, we'll do it during the show. Okay. We're doing that. That's probably the best way to do it.
Well, you got to have a can of Molson's, but there's some good Canadian beers.
Man, are you getting off subject now?
I thought we were supposed to do that.
I know, but I'm trying to drive it back. Okay.
Well,
we're going to get into happy hour cocktails. No, I'm just looking at the topics.
Okay, you're in,
the happy hour cocktail.
You're in the
There are cocktails that cost anywhere from where you are. They could be up in some place. Could be like really cheap if you got like $2 cocktails, the $3 happy hour cocktails, or if you're really expensive. I imagine in San Francisco, cheap cocktails, happy hour cocktails, probably like $7. Or in your pink sheet for your car. And it's usually a well liquor, domestic beer, house wine. We're talking about liquor today. And the liquors are all made, and it's kind of same. Most of those happy hour liquors are made in Weston,
Missouri.
Weston, Missouri.
Yeah.
Not so if it's a vodka and it'll say Princess Anacova, it's made in Weston, Missouri. And if it's a tequila, El Matador, El Toro, it's made in Weston, Missouri. And if it's bourbon and called
Old Tennessee
or Banjo on my knee,
Banjo on my
knee, it's Western Missouri, which is actually kind of close to where it's manufactured anyway. So, with those things, you get lemons, limes, cherries. They can put whatever they want just to make it look like you're drinking a cocktail, and it's just enough to get you slightly buzzed. So you make a wrong decision, and you walk over to a table and you talk to someone, and a lot of times when you at a happy hour, you go over and talking to someone, and you just realize, I don't know where this is going. I didn't know what I had in mind. There are 4 women here, and I'm by myself, and they're
over there laughing and joking.
They're laughing at me. I'm crashing and burning, and Goose isn't here to bail me out. To sing, You Lost That Loving Feeling. That's a reference to Top Gun. Okay? And you got to have an exit strategy. You got to know what you're going to do when you go in there. You got to go over there. And for God's sakes, don't buy a drink. Don't buy a drink unless you know what's going to happen. And I'll tell you, that means you don't buy a lot of drinks. You're wasting your money. You look pathetic when you're buying a drink for somebody. Send that person over there a drink. Unless it's a friend of yours and you want to treat them or something like that. There's a reason for it. But buying them the curry favor with a girl during happy hour is the thing. I don't know how we got that from Garnish.
Well, I'd send them a voter registration card if I cared about them.
That's good. What if they registered the way you didn't want them registered? And don't say what, because we are the same ilk. We're the donkeys. But, and that may piss off some of you, but that's the way it is. We're not going to do that. Okay, so those happy hour drinks are the cocktails. You got the lemons, limes, cherries, oranges, and sometimes there'll be like maybe there will be a margarita or a martini and stuff, but not usual. Yeah, let's pause for a second. We're going to take a little break. We're going to get back to you. Hey. Okay, we're back. We're back to the Keys Bartender. We're trying to figure out this podcasting stuff right here down in the Keys. And I think we were at the...
I think we did pretty good without a producer screaming in our ear.
Yeah, we did. We did. And we were just finished up with the happy hour cocktails. And
It's always
I think we should do a show about this dissecting...
Epidemiology. Sorry.
Jesus. Why not toe fungus? While you're at it.
Okay.
Wait.
Toe fungus and Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
we're going to do a show on that.
Yeah, we're going to do the toe. No, what I'm saying on happy hours and the dynamics of the happy hour. Just what it. But we'll do that.
Can we mention places' names when we talk about the different happy hours?
No.
Okay.
We won't until they start. And you know what? If they want to be mentioned, there's going to be a reason why we mention them.
Okay.
And it's all about the Benjamins. Right now, we're just promoting Keys Life. And we can use any music.
Dr.
We can use any music we want right now until we start collecting money. And then we're going to have to get, it's going to be all about the Benjamins. Okay. Then we were talking about happy hour drinks. We're going to go into tropical drinks. Okay. Think a cocktail.
But I'm smiling.
Think a cocktail. You know the movie Cocktail?
Yeah, I know the movie Cocktail.
Brian Brown.
I don't think I watched that one all the way through either, but I did find it interesting.
Okay. There was no content in it.
Well, when I first moved down here, 2002, that was a big deal. Everybody had the practice bottle.
I'm going to talk about that on the show one time. That is total bullshit. Unless all your customers are served, you should not be spinning plates, flipping bottles, lighting things up. And you know what? I'm guilty of all that stuff.
Okay, now you know Cactus Jack's. The bar manager there was famous for sitting behind the bar, and he I liked him.
I'm sure. But if there's people waiting for drinks, stop flipping the freaking bottles.
But short story, he was flipping his thing. He was doing that, and he was doing a pretty good job. But he just got annoying.
How was his garnishes?
His garnishes were fantastic.
Okay,
well, for the limited.
This is what it is. Okay, this is what we're talking about now.
Okay,
that's good. I like that. I'm glad you're. It's like talking to someone with Lou Gehrig's disease. Tropical drinks. We got the pina coladas, daiquiris, rum runners, punches, and margaritas. These lean heavily on limes, lemons, oranges, pineapple, cherries, some kiwi, and star fruit. Very important. It's for decorating a drink. It's the hairdo on top. And I don't mean to make a joke about hairdo, but you'll see. Connor has more of he's a facial hair guy.
I got more.
Yeah, he's got more on his chin.
As much hair as his microphone does.
And I got hair like Stalin. I mean, it's right. I mean, it's thick. But
Stalin also had webbed feet.
Yes, well, I don't have webbed feet, fortunately. But I would be like Aquaman, man. That'd be awesome.
We'd get in the water.
If you're a man and you're ordering these drinks, I would make it as girly as possible. Pink umbrella, long curly straws. If there's a coconut, I put in a coconut, and the guy gets it. And if he's on a first date, he realizes how big a mistake he made because he's not getting any that night. So if I were a guy, I would stick to some hard and fast rules of just clear and brown liquors or beer. Don't make harp on the wine so much. You don't want to look like an effete snob.
You mentioned about the straws, taking the straws and making them in the shape of a heart to embarrass the
I didn't
guy.
say that.
No.
I think they're curly straws. That's what you said. I understand that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. And I'm not doing a Joan Crawford.
Why do women obsess over their straws? Why do you constantly see women sitting there doing the up and down motion with their straw?
Oh,
in
well,
their
yeah,
drink?
what he's calling it, a penis thing or something?
I don't know.
It's not. It's not. It's just a nervous tick. It's just like the way people peel
It's a nervous-
labels off the bottle. It is. Just a
but
nervous tick.
okay.
Don't read. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, and sometimes a cigar is a penis. Did I say penis?
You can say
I
penis.
meant cucumber. For you, buddy.
Okay, you can-
You like it.
can say penis.
I knew you.
Yeah, you can
no,
say
because you said cucumber.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but if you're ordering that girly drink, that girl on the first date's going to see that, and you're done. So, well, how about you? When you go out, do you order the pina coladas and the daiquiris and all that stuff?
On occasion, I do.
I mean, why you used to
Rare
go to
enough.
7-Eleven? I used to get a Slurpee and all that stuff when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And you know when it's hot out? Yeah, maybe. It gets a little sweet.
I do enjoy the coconut flavor. I am in the tropics. It's part of the. I understand when people come into the bar and they say, "Hey, let me have a pina colada," because they're feeling it. Let me have a margarita because they're feeling it. It's the Jimmy Buffett weather we have.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I-
Jimmy Buffett weather?
Yeah. It's
How do you describe Jimmy Buffett to a meteorological event of this, where we are geographically, to a guy who plays music about cheeseburgers?
Yeah.
You know, we're
Yeah.
going to be on the. We might be on the channel. But they're not going to have a problem with. They may have a problem with what I just said.
But you're gonna have to connect the dots. Jimmy Buffett draws people to the Keys. The Keys has fantastic weather.
Fuck! Are you kidding? It's like JFK right now.
Do I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Follow it. Yeah, you got to follow the leads. It's Donald Sutherland when he's talking to what's his name, Kevin Costner, and giving him the lowdown. I like it. It's very good, Connor. Very cerebral. But for what we're talking about, it's good. Okay, we're done the tropical drinks. We're going to go to the critical drinks where those ingredients.
How can we be done with the tropical drinks?
I'm done with the
I'm
tropical
thirsty.
drinks.
Okay.
You want a frozen drink?
I do want a frozen. Well, actually,
Let's not pause on this.
Okay.
Let's just move on. This
Okay.
is great. You're thinking too hard on that pina colada and pina
you made it
colada.
sound good. Now
Well,
the penis
because
colostomy.
I didn't say it, but it does have several of the letters of the thing you might enjoy very much, like the cucumber you talked about earlier. I'm sorry. Did I digress? So the garnish critical. These garnishes are critical to the making of that drink. We have the old fashioned, we have the mojito, we have the mint julep. The old fashioned gets the orange, it gets the cherry. They're muddled. You have sugar, you have bitters, you have bourbon, or Canadian whiskey,
Yeah.
or rye whiskey,
And that brings up the discussion: do you want to use good bourbon?
or you
with
can
that?
actually. Some people use brandy.
Yeah.
With the old fashioned, you know what? The fruit with the old fashioned mojito, it is the fruit is crucial to the quality of the drink. If you don't have good fruit, like if you have a crappy lime that for a mojito that doesn't have a lot of juice and doesn't have a lot of flavor, and the mint is weak, yeah, it's important. And the same thing goes for an old fashioned. There's a rock and rye. You ever hear rock and
yeah.
rye? The rock and rye.
Yeah.
You throw a little in that. You don't
my
need
uncle,
to use it.
my uncle, one of the nice uncles.
Did he touch you? Did
No,
he
no.
show you how to properly wash yourself in the shower?
He was a good guy.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
okay, I
like-
wouldn't, okay. Don't get offended.
No, I'm not.
Because you seemed like you were like bringing back some memories.
No, he didn't drink because he was.
Well, that's creepy.
Yeah, well, hang on a second. Because he was a Baptist in North Carolina, and
Oh my God! This has
Yeah.
all the registers of like I'm going to end up in a shed,
No,
chain,
but
a
actually-
black snake, moaned kind of thing.
but he was a man of character, and a lot of people trusted and loved him. But he whenever he coughed twice in one day, that was his excuse to go down to the North Carolina Beverage Control Board and buy a bottle of Rock and Rye, because that was medicine for the cough.
How much would you drink of that?
Not much, just till he coughed again. Yeah. so that
What do you
was,
mean? Just until he could he drink all of it in one night?
I've never known him to be a drunk.
Okay, well that's
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
That is a special moment.
Yeah.
And,
I've never known him to be a drunk.
Please try not. You know what? Next time you have a special moment like that,
Keep it to myself.
keep it to yourself.
Okay.
No. You know what? That's nice. You know what? It's a pretty story, and the guy kept it under control. He kept it together, right?
Yeah.
Keep it together is very important. Okay, so we have all these drinks that are critical. You got to have the really good fruit, your really good herbs to it. Sometimes you have a rosemary martini, basil. There's basil
martini.
things, basil martinis. You got to have them fresh. They got to be ready. They got to be muddled right. If you hit the rind too much on the mojito, it gets kind of a bitter taste
I'm waiting
to
for
it.
the aloe tea tree oil martini.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's coming around the corner.
There's just all sorts of crap coming up. So, right there, we're going to move on to this, the all garnish.
See, now you got me wanting a martini.
Well, I'm going to get you wanting a Bloody Mary, and which I understand from this guy who likes the cucumber, if you know what I mean. The Bloody Mary, it has seen a transition in the years.
Yes.
The Bloody Mary used to be a thing that Shriners would drink after their fundraisers all the time in the morning. You got your, my father,
They would drink
James
it
P.
while
Horan Sr.
while they're riding on the
makes
car.
his a Bloody Mary with a V8, and I think he uses a little horseradish, maybe a little hot sauce, but he says because older people, you don't like to have a hot sauce so much, and his vodka, but he likes the V8. And you know what? V8 is a great thing. Hey, you're getting.
I've got.
I mean, you're going to do. Obviously, drinking isn't necessarily the one glass of red wine is good for you, but the people that are listening to the show and doing this, they're not the one glass of red wine.
The rest are from my dancing skills and witty comebacks.
Yes. Yes. And for YouTube videos. Because, without that, we would never have David Hasselhoff eating chicken off the ground.
I can't.
Classic.
I can't say, hold this without having.
Yes, hold this beer right before you go to the emergency room.
Yeah.
But that Bloody Mary has changed.
I do love my hot sauce.
Oh my God!
Yeah, for those of you without
listeners,
television,
yeah, you don't have it. Connor is holding a half a gallon of Cholula hot sauce. It's very popular in Mexico, but it's 64-ounce Cholula, and I swear to God, a restaurant wouldn't go through that in 6 months.
Yeah, and I'll probably.
What are you doing with it?
I'll go to it in 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's.
Well, I hope he has.
Cholula's got a lot of flavor as opposed to some of those others. Hot sauces their brand names are almost equated with hot sauce. Those are just salt and vinegar.
Okay, I'm just thinking
has a lot of
at
flavor.
your age, man, I'm going to get you. I go up to BJ's maybe once every 2 weeks. I can get you the big thing of toilet paper and the Penn's undergarments because you're going to need it. Okay, we'll get back to the Bloody Marys. We got sidetracked. It changed. We had originally it was lemon, lime, olive, celery.
Celery.
Yep.
Yeah,
Besides the thing that goes in
it.
it. But now we have everything in it, and we've listed things that I've seen. One particular, and I'm just going to list off some of them: a shrimp, a cheeseburger, a Cornish game hen, sushi, a lobster tail. I'm sure there's one with a burrito. There could be one with some kind of kebab coming out of it. But it's just one of these. You see the picture, and they have the giant margaritas, and there's like a fish bowl, and you just have this explosion of food coming out of it. When I say explosion, it's just a lot of food coming out of it. And you look at the base, and you go, wow, this is almost too much to handle what's up top. And the Bloody Mary is definitely the add-on. It's just an ancillary thought.
We have a couple places down here that have Bloody Mary bars.
You don't. No, we're not going to say it. They're going to. When we say it, they have to pay it. Get it?
Yeah,
That's the rules.
I wasn't going to say it. I was going to talk about
only our friends. We're going to talk about our friends right now. We're going to be doing our recordings from.
Yeah.
It's the Catch, and they make awesome Bloody Mary mix.
But I was referring to the number of
Connor is showing a length, and
what I was referring to
where guys refer
the number
to fish.
Yeah, the number
and
of
some big liars talking about their manhood. And when I say big liars, I sound regretful. Yeah. It's not me, you know. I mean, I'm not a big liar, and I don't worry about that stuff. So we got the all garnish. Keep on putting him in. I love this stuff. We're going to move on to the martinis, gimlets, cosmos, and lemon drop. These things are garnish critical because they make them that drink, and a lot of stuff goes in it.
You couldn't have a lemon drop without
a lemon.
Yeah,
and a lot of people don't use real lemon juice in it, but you know what? You should squeeze a lemon and put simple syrup in and stuff like that. But that lemon slide.
Don't you have more respect for bars where the bartenders actually have to cut open the fruit, put it in the press?
Well, you got to wait. It's got to be appropriate, because obviously, if you're in a corner bar and there's $5 drinks, you don't recover that. You can't press out $12 of limes when you're only selling $40 of drinks, and that stuff goes away. You got an overhead, so that's where sour mix came in originally. Originally, they used to do all those things, but people used to pay dearly for them. But when people pay dearly for drinks, yes, your answer is yes.
Yes.
They should have
I knew the answer was yes.
The ultimate answer is yes.
Yeah.
But when you go to happy hour, $3 drink, if there's a $4 margarita, don't expect fresh lime juice in there. Because fresh lime juice in there would cost $1.50 by itself just for the lime juice. The cost to the restaurant. And then the labor. I mean, it could be the cost of the drink.
They could be stealing the lines from next door. That makes it.
We're not stealing. I know where you're talking about right now, and we get. Do you know what? That was all accounted for. That was all accounted for. We're going to talk about this. You know, it sounds like it's some secret shit we're talking about, but we really aren't. Okay. I want to get down to the dirty martini.
Okay.
And this is where I get pissed off.
Okay.
With Laura San Giacomo and Pretty Woman. She's loading up those goddamn fruits and the cherries and stuff on her napkin. And the old bartender goes, "Hey, this isn't a buffet." And she's like, "Huh." A lot of people treat that garnish caddy as a buffet, as if they were at the chocolate fountain.
In the movie, did she stop?
Stop? No, she just loaded up and walked away.
Yeah, but she stopped when the bartender said something, right? Or did she just keep on doing it? Or was that just
She was done.
Okay, gotcha.
She was done when she stopped.
Yeah.
She didn't stop because of them. And the blue cheese olives. The thing about blue cheese olives is that they're you can stuff an olive with anything. You'll get a person, they'll come up and they'll order, "Hey, can you put prosciutto ham in an olive?" "Yes, we can." "We can put anything in it." "Oh, I'd like to have that." You know, you're drinking a martini and you're asking someone to take 10 minutes. 10 minutes. If you're working 8 hours,
you can put anything
break
in.
that down. Break that down to 8 hours. That's 48 segments of 10 minutes. To seek out prosciutto, put it in an olive, clean the implement, put it back, wait for the person to come in. Yeah, we can do it. But do we have it? No. Like, we won't have goat cheese. We may not have Gouda cheese. We may not have all these things. Yes, you can have 50. And if you're in New York, you can have a bar called Stuffed Olives Aplenty and just have a bunch of different stuffed olives. And have someone stuffing olives. And they're charging $25 for the martini, so that's all right.
Well, but my idea was to take the blue cheese and add a little cream cheese to it and then squeeze it instead of having to sit there and spoon it in individually. To actually,
no, you don't. No, they got
like an icing thing.
Let me explain something to you. They make a thing that does it. It's a little. It's a little plastic thing, like look at a tongue.
Oh, yeah.
It's a round thing, and you
Okay.
boom, 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 boom. It's the neatest way to do it. The one with the pastry thing.
Uh-huh.
I use the pastry thing.
Good.
It makes, the problem with the pastry thing, it gets
Clogged?
the fungus. No, it gets the fungus mixed in it and turns it gray.
Oh.
So when you use the one that uses the cutout round thing, it takes the essence of the blue cheese with the blue rind in it and puts it in the olive. So
Gotcha.
it still looks like blue cheese and not a gray mess. But make 200 blue cheese olives. People say, well, there's tons of blue cheese olives. I'm going to take 20.
Plenty of those, yeah.
Screw you.
Yeah.
Don't take all those olives. And you know, when the waitress goes, my table, that lady really likes olive. Oh, yeah, she's only having a glass of water, but she likes blue cheese. She's not even ordering a goddamn cocktail. You know, I would just like to reach and, say, have it go to her table and it's reach into something of value to her. Let's say her purse. And take the little bits of paper out that have 20 on it. And say like this, I really like these
You like
things.
those?
And you know what? I just asked the waitress to get them for me. Well, you know what? Get it. Get a dirty martini. You get 2, maybe 4. I'm going to get trouble for that. You know, the customer's always right. No, but if you start ordering 8 blue cheese olives for each martini,
Where did
it's
that
going to
myth-
start affecting
Where did that myth start?
what?
About the customer being always right.
It was called from. It goes back, but there was a book that came out called "Give Them the Pickle," and it's a guy that worked for a restaurant, and he heard a story about one of the people's employees at a restaurant. The person was asking for a pickle, and he said, "Sorry, we don't do pickles." And it would be extra pickle. And he says, no, if they ask for a pickle for the thing, I consider it a condiment, give them the pickle. And that's what it is. Give them the pickle. The old adage, the customer's always right. Some people push back on that. Richard Branson, Elon Musk, some other people, Costco, that if you take care of your employees correctly and you make them feel vested, they will feel as if taking care of the customer is critical to their job survival. And that's separate from the garnish, because you want the garnishes to be fresh. You don't want to get sick. And so those blue cheese olives, use it, don't abuse it. I have full faith in my fellow servers and bartenders that will take care of the customers. For right now, this is Jim Horan, and I'm with
Connor Barrett.
and we'll say goodbye from Keys Bartender. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Full faith in my fellow bartenders and servers out there. For now, it's time to say goodnight and goodbye. Actually, good day. I'm Jim Horan, and I'm here with Connor Barrett, and it's not recording right now. Why is that?
It looks like it is.
No, because it's not moving.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go. Son of a bitch.
I love when you talk dirty.
Okay. Is this recording right now? Shit. Let's go back. It's here. Here. Play. That's it for Keys Bartender. It's time to say goodbye. In the words of a famous guy that stood by the door, the doorman. Stop. Where are we? Right here? Let's bring this back. Record. Play. That's it for Keys Bartender. Can I erase it? How do you erase this? Select silence. Silence. What? Don't want that. We'll go to undo. That wasn't good.
Good thing we did.
That's it for Keys Bartender. It's time to say goodbye. In the words of our famous guy that stood by the door, the doorman, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great night. Bye.
This is Julie.
Hey, calendar, what's my morning like?
Julie's about to have a long day.
At 9 a.m., soccer carpool. 9:10, purchase birthday card. 9:05, dry cleaning.
Did you just go backwards?
I'm sorry, I can't fit that question into your schedule. 9:15, cry for a little bit.
For days that won't end, let Schwann's help. With Schwann's, you can get delicious meals that go from freezer to table in minutes, not hours. Ordered, delivered, done. That's homemade easy. Visit today at schwanns.com.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive #1, #2 employee. Leave a message at the... Hey, Jamie, it's me, Jamie. This is your daily pep talk. I know it's been rough going ever since people found out about your a cappella group, Mad Harmony, but you will bounce back. I mean, you're the guy always helping people find coverage options with the Name Your Price tool. It should be you giving me the pep talk. Now get out there, hit that high note, and take Mad Harmony all the way to nationals this year! Sorry, it's pitchy.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.